With the fastest known time, I set the date, I set the time. There's no course markings. The only support you're going to get is the stuff that you coordinate for yourself. And when I'm ready, it's time to go. Or in this case, when Luke and I were ready, we got to go. The Zion Traverse is a 48-mile run that runs across Zion National Park. Luke Nelson and I went from the east rim to the west rim, and in that run, we covered about 7,500 feet of elevation gain. The men's established time was 7:59, and that's what Luke was going for. And I just have this kind of feeling that I should be within an hour of the men's time. Come the morning of the FKT, we got up again before sunrise. Luke and I got ready in the back of the truck, took a photo of the starting time, and Luke and I took off together. We ran together maybe the first 400 yards through the sandy wash, wished each other well, reminded each other that this is why we were in Zion, and reminded, kind of in that moment, kind of reminded ourselves that we would be there for each other all day even though we wouldn't be running together, and with that Luke was gone. First 12 miles, I kind of got this little spark that maybe it would be a good day, and made our way up Angel's Landing, and then made our way up onto the West Rim and saw hikers and runners and other people that were out on the trail, but with my music in, really started to get into a groove. When I left the grotto and took my bladder from Sherry, I had about 20-ish miles to go without a water resupply. And I thought 70 ounces would have been enough, but the day was hot, it was windy, and it dried us out a lot faster, and I came to find out that Luke also ran out at Wildcat. Wildcat's about an hour from Hot Valley. So that's a long time to go, and managing your body and making sure you don't cramp. Managing your mental state, like not having water when it's hot and windy, it can kind of mess with you mentally. I just kept reassuring myself that I was on the right track, and I knew that those guys would be there and they'd have lots of cold water for me, and I would get to rehydrate at that point. When I saw them, I chugged a ton of water, and then the last 14 miles really didn't go that well. I guess there's still some room for improvement on this goal, but I was happy that I kept moving forward, and when I could hear the guys cheering up on the West Rim, I got a little boost of energy. I remember stopping my watch, leaning against the sign, and waiting for Fred and Jeff and everybody to document like my time compared to the trailhead, because you have to show where you are. And I just wanted to sit down. I could see at the end of this summer, if my body's feeling good, to go for another attempt on the Zion Traverse and set the record that I think is really obtainable for a female. I'm really just excited to get women into the sport of ultra running, and then maybe pushing the envelope a little bit by saying, hey girls, like we can go set fastest known times too.